Hey everyone, this is Gil here at Gray Man Prepping. I just lost all my audio here, so I couldn't tell that it ended there for a second. Well, tonight is Tactical Tuesday, and we're going to be covering more tonight. Tonight's topic is dun dun dun. What age has made me realize about prepping. Alrighty, so let's get up here. And how's everybody doing out there? That was weird. I'm listening. I can hear the music going along. Also, went blank. I'm looking over. Got there. YouTube saw. I keyed it. YouTube was still playing it, and then I kept fiddling with everything. It came in for a second, went out again, and it ended. And we are having some. The whole internet is experiencing glitches from the storm. There was a M class 8, I think they said it was, flare in the wee hours, Earth facing, but it was an impulsive, which means a short duration one. They didn't carry anything with it. But we're possibly coming in effect tonight sometime from the one a day and a half ago. So it is carrying a CME with it. So expect a lot of stuff today and tomorrow, problems with the internet, radios, and all the other fun communication stuff. Alrighty, so let's get over here to 129 comments. Scroll back up to the top here. Long scroll. Boy, it's taking a long time to get back up there. Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. First one in was Idaho Garden Girl. Walt Rogers was second. Shadow Scout Swede was third. Phelan Klein Wolf was fourth, and I'm going to stop with the numbers. Then Troop 1351 came in saying lurking. Tammy at Rebel Canners is here. Suzanne Gallet is here. CR is here. That's Creative Redundancy. Tibor is here. And everybody's talking back and forth as I'm scrolling down here. Trying to catch a new Gear Grinding 19 is here. Also, Gear put in his free membership milestone. I forget how many. Hang on, let me look over here. Go back over to the YouTube side and scroll up on YouTube till I can see it. Okay. Phelan Clan Wolf members. Gear has been a member for 3 months, and Phelan Clan Wolf has been a member for 3 months. Howie Food Force Permaculture is here in the chat. Passamaquoddy's here. Yay! Trying to keep up. Duncan 1900 is here. Hey, Brenda. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Suburban Hillbilly is here. Mary Beth Smith is here. King Poopah is here. And Moon over Miami's in the house. All right, the numbers are climbing. And Green Granny 2, Denise is here. And hit the thumbs up, please, and share me out here. And I got some really interesting information for you guys tonight. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay, Juju B just came in. All right. Okay, folks. So I started prepping, and all right, as a Boy Scout, you start prepping anyway. So you get stuff, putting stuff together. So from the time I in Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts a little bit, but I really went mainstream. Of course, back then it wasn't called prepping; it was called survivalism. And in the summer of 1971, after we had the Silmar earthquake down in Southern California, and started doing a whole bunch of stuff there, working with my Well, my mom was working with the Relief Society, and and she had me help her put together several presentations on emergency preparedness and stuff like that. Let's see if anybody else comes in. I'm trying to keep it. Prep for Eternity Homestead. Hey, brother Donnie. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the side chat to say hi everybody comes in. So let's cut over here. I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump that way. Oh, there we go. All righty. So what has age made me realize about prepping? A lot of stuff. A lot of things have changed as we learned. All right, this is what we hypothesized. This is what's supposed to work. And it's like, wait a minute, this other stuff works better. So we're only going to cover some things of it. For me personally, here's what some of the things are. And I forgot to put one on. There's another one before tent camping. There was my first camping experiences for the first 5 or 6 times was taking out a couple wool blankets and a bedroll like a cowboy has, laying it out and sleeping under the stars. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. And then I went from tent camping, from just under the stars camping to tent camping to RV camping to cabin camping. You will not catch me sleeping on the ground again. Even some of the times that my wife and I were tent camping, we'd got those folding cots that go up inside the tents. So when we sit down, we're not sitting on the floor. We're sitting on a little cot so we can get in and out of bed and go talk to Mother Nature at night without going, ow, 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 trying to roll over and trying to get to our feet. Back in the old days, it was all bug out. All right, you got to be ready to bug out because if things going to go bad, it's going to go bad totally, and you can't stay in your house at all. Well, that's all changed. We realized, wait a minute, why can't you stay in your house if you prep properly and you have a couple years worth of supplies and you're in that thing, you just kind of disappear in your own house and let everybody else do what everybody else is doing outside, and it's also called the die off. I'm sorry, but that's what it's called. They all die off. You're there doing nice and good. You go over and find areas where houses next to you that are empty. You start gardening in their backyards as well. And so, bugging out went from the number 1 priority to number 5, 6, 7. It's gone down quite a bit. All righty. What else has changed? Oh yeah, we used to just love, when they came out, the freeze-dried food and stuff. That was the bomb. Some of that freeze-dried food gave you a gut bomb, and you deposited a bomb in the morning. So yeah, I'm not. Must have an air mattress. I'll be crippled in the morning. I feel that. Futon couch camping. Hey, Brendan Free, how's it going? And let's see what else. Someone else did something else up here. Scrolling up to find it. All right, I don't see it here. All right, Joseph and the 7 fat years and the 7 lean years. Yep. All right. All righty. So, what comes after this one? I think I may be holding it here for a second. Nope, I cannot. Okay, books. Books changed. Everybody was, back in the day, it was all right. You got to have all these books, and I have so many books that I need a trailer to load them in if I'm going to bug out with my books. Seriously, I got like the boxes that you get from with the printer paper in them. Probably got about 30 or 40 of those boxes of books and stuff, books and manuals. But now, if you look in the middle there, hey, it's a Kindle, and I have probably twice as many books on my Kindles. I got multiple Kindles. One is kept in an EMP bag. It only comes out when I need to update it, to download other books to it. And I make sure it's fully charged. I make sure it's completely turned off before I put it back in there. And yeah. So, so that's a lot of stuff, That's what Walmart's for. You don't spend a small fortune. Go to Wallen World and you get the $19 tent. Okay, I'm missing some. Okay, hang on. The Army has ruined camping for my husband. Actually, the Army didn't ruin camping for my wife, and she was a staff sergeant. She will still go camping on the ground where I won't, but she would rather have the cot and the air mattress and that stuff too. All right, hey, Star Homestead India's in the house, and let me go ahead and drop this in here. There is the link for the usuals to come on up. And the not so usuals. All righty. So the next one here I have is, all right. So I got a question for the side chat. So everybody listen up on this one. All right. The question is, and this is a very important question. So don't just fire an answer in there. Think about it for, 10, 15 seconds before you start typing. What is the most important thing to have when prepping? So what is the most important thing to have when prepping? And I can tell you this, I did not get it till I was almost 31 years old. Okay, and I've been prepping from the time I was 14, actually before. But of course, I couldn't have gotten it when I was 14 at the time at there. So it's something I could not have gotten at the age of 14. Well, unless I lived in West Virginia, then I could have. See if anybody catches that one. All right, we have mindset, water, hemorrhoid cream, water and food, a plan, water and salt, gun permit. No, there's one that was closest in there, had to do with mindset. Okay, that's closest. No, Jujubee. What I couldn't have gotten when I was 14 years of age, unless I lived in West Virginia, was a like-minded spouse. I tell you, having gotten married to someone who is like-minded when it comes to prepping has turned out to be the most important thing for me in getting prepared and stuff. Because in some ways, she was more prepared in areas I wasn't, and I was more prepared in areas she wasn't. So being like-minded, we meld and we made each other stronger. So it's, the sum of our marriage as preppers is more than the parts of it. Yeah. So, that's, so basically, and because, if I didn't marry someone that was like-minded, I would not have as much preparedness stuff as I do now. And I know that she is still putting more stuff. And I'm surprised this last year, some of the things she told me to go buy, it's like, you're telling, the accountant is telling me to go spend money. So, hey, Aiden here, how's it going? And who else snuck in here? I thought I saw someone else snuck in here. No, just making more comments from before. Southern Blessed Homestead's in the house. So having a like-minded spouse is what I now know is one of the is the most important thing to have when prepping. And as a 14-year-old, that was the farthest thing from my mind. Tibor knows exactly what I mean then. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's that's the last thing, right? That's the last one. Okay, so the link is out there, and actually I need to go back and repin the link here. Hang on a second here. Get rid of those notifications over there. Scroll up to where I put it in. Where did I put the link? There it is. So I'm going to replace the pinned message with the link. So anybody wants to come up, CR, Shadow Scout, well, Tibor's not going to come up. Anybody that, it's, that has some nuggets to share of how things have changed in their lifetime when it comes to prepping or survivalism, as Uncle Al calls it. And that's what we used to call it. It was being a survivalist. It wasn't being a prepper. It was being a survivalist. You got to nope. Everyone telling everybody else to go up. Oh no, Star's telling everybody else to go up. But yeah, there's things have changed a lot. Gear has your gear has changed. The mindset has changed a lot. Back in the beginning, the quote survivalists didn't plant gardens because they needed to be able to bug out and they didn't want to leave all that food there. But they had all these vaults of seeds to garden once they got somewhere. And unfortunately, that has hung on. And we're trying to tell people, no, you need to garden now so you can learn and develop the gardening skills. So when everything goes to poop, you're able to grow a garden, because if your garden fails now, you can go to the store. If the garden fails after a major event, a Tawaki or a SHTF event, there ain't no store to go to. Yeah, the American Survival Guide, and American Survival Guide, and I'm trying to remember the other one. If I go out to the one cargo container, I got those little fold-up box things you put all the magazines in. I got about 40 of them out there full of magazines from the 70s and 80s. Got all of those. And Courtney's here. And Steph is here. Yay!
Hello there, fellow Idahoan.
How you doing over there?
Good. We had a terrible storm last night. Terrible.
What's weird is we were supposed to have bad storm. Hang on me today, and last night it changed from being rainy. Last night cleared up. We didn't get any rain last night. We were supposed to get rain last night, today, tonight, tomorrow. It's been clear just about all day. We now have a chance of thunderstorms. Well, actually, it says after, let me refresh, because I said after 3 p.m. and we did not get any. And yeah, it's so now thunderstorms are tomorrow afternoon, and no rain tonight or tomorrow morning or Wednesday night, other than that short little thing in the afternoon tomorrow for thunderstorms. Thursday, we don't get no rain until afternoon. Then it's clear on through the weekend. And it was supposed to be raining on through the weekend 3 days ago.
I got just over half an inch of rain here. That's a lot.
Yeah. Let me see. It was Monday. Yeah, yesterday. All right, yesterday morning, it was all nice and clear. Cool. I ran into Idaho Falls. I hit Lowe's and I picked up some stuff that there from for the garden. I got 3 bags of the fast-acting lime, 3 bags of the fast-acting gypsum, and a bag of the Lily Miller seeds, stuff you put out, little pellets you put out that kills everything, to go on the city's property. City will not take care of weeds on their property. And there's about a 10-foot strip of their property from our fence line to the pavement. And the one side, it's all goat heads. We've tried everything to get rid of it. So I'm putting that all down there to get rid of the goat heads, because the cats are bringing them in, the dogs are bringing them in. They're popping tires on my lawnmower, my daughter's bicycle. I mean, they get tracked everywhere by every critter. And so the whole city's, got ticked, and it's just putting out this stuff to kill the goat heads.
Yeah, goat heads are awful.
Oh yeah. So, but anyways, yes, I got. That's what I got. I had a couple bags here already, and I got it all put out there in around the corner on the 2 streets meet on the property across the street. Got it all put out there. Got it put out on the one side, on my side, where it was starting to encroach on, and then it rained, because that stuff, it says to water it after you put it down. So it rained for about an hour. It rained hard, and then it stopped, and it was perfect. Thank you. It just.
Is that a soil sterilant?
Yes, but it's not like Roundup. It's not like the others. It's made by Lily Miller, and it's one of those ones which has a fast breakdown and neutralizes itself. But basically, it fast, as like Roundup will stay in the ground for years. Hey, CR. But this stuff, it's
Can't
like,
let you all have all the fun.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's there, and it's gone. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Gil, you know what? I've heard somebody mention that if you have one of those, I don't know what it is. It's one of those things that you push along the ground, but it's a roller thing, and you can put like a piece of carpet on it and roll it across the ground, and it'll pick up the goat heads. Yeah.
The problem is, it's not just the goat heads. What happens is the goat heads pop up, and they start growing, and then the Russian broom comes up.
Oh.
And so you got the goat heads seeding, doing everything down low, and the Russian broom is growing up really thick. You try to roll over it, that's going to lay down about that thick above the goat heads. All that stuff will lay down, so you won't get to it.
Oh, bummer.
And right now with the weather, I haven't put out any of the garden hoses. If I'd known the weather was going to be like this, I would have put out some garden hoses, and I would have gone out there with the propane torch.
Right.
Several, last week I would have gone out there with the propane torch and just, gone through a couple tanks, just, burning the surface and getting rid of it. But unfortunately, across the road is the Indian reservation irrigation ditch, mini river. It's about 45 feet across and 15 feet deep. And they do not take care of any weeds at all on their right-of-way.
Is that Reservation Canal or something like that?
I forget what this one here is called. Hang on a second. Let me look it up here.
Well, it's not that important, but
no, it's just on the map. That's the thing. It's just called Reservation Canal.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's got the Blackfoot Canal on the west side of it, and the Cedar Point Canal on West Bench Snake River Valley Canal, and then we have the Sand Creek Canal. I mean, it's just all these canals going north to south, where they peel off the Snake River, and they go far inland, and they just do all the farmland and stuff, and they all come back.
Right.
Yeah. Just checking the thing.
Oh,
Uh,
Good times.
Goat heads. It could be a Western thing, but I'm not sure. Do I have an allotment of water?
It's
Yes.
it's also known as puncture vine.
Yeah. It grows low to the ground, and they're about like that big around, but then they have two big horns off the top, big thorny things, and then one like a billy goat chin off the bottom of it. And they stick, and they go through bicycle tires. They go through riding lawnmower tires. They'll stick into you walk across it with your work boots on. You get the other side. You got to get your pocket knife out and a pair of needle nose pliers to clean them out of your boots. Night, Jujubee.
And wherever those little
Or
goat
is
heads,
it? Oh wait, White Family
those
Farms.
goat heads drop, a new one sprouts.
Yeah.
Night, Courtney.
Actually, I think I think it may be like a Swiss chard, where it's got several seeds in that one head.
But it doesn't belong to the same family as Swiss chard.
No.
It belongs to its own Caryophyllaceae is the family.
Yeah, and so it's not just it's not a seed, it's a seed pod. And it's just, one of those, nasty things. And I'm just going to see here. Okay, it's called Bindii, Bindii, Tribulus terraris, annual plant of the caltrop family.
Yeah.
That's where they got that for the caltrops, for the anti-personnel things, the spiky things that they toss out and it always lands with one pointing up. That's where they got the name from.
Tribulus terrestris.
Yeah. And images, and where is there? There's those suckers.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah.
You know what? They have a big goat head roundup in Boise, and they like you're supposed to gather up all the goat head vines that you can find growing on your ditch bank or whatever, and carry them down, and they weigh them to see who brought in the most.
Yep, you're right, Juju.
Belongs to the devil. There you go, Jujubee. You got it.
That's the other thing too, because a lot of the depiction of the devil kind of also looks like a goat, and that's why the goat is considered the devil's pet or whatever, because of the horns and everything else. And it looks, look at that and you're thinking, okay, there's the horns, and yeah, okay, I can see that. To be a thorn that got into animals and migrated. Yeah. And Rachel Knight says hi to everyone who said hi.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, we have some ideas of things we're going to try, but we also got to get the Scotch broom to stop blooming. And once I get when I get back from California, it's going to be garden hoses are going out there with the firefighting nozzles on them, and I'm going to be doing a lot of burning as well. Try to get rid of that stuff. And then I'm going to beat the snot out of my son-in-law if he doesn't stop not mowing. He goes out, he'll mow areas and goes, oh, I'm going to leave all this Russian broom here to act as a windbreak. It ain't a windbreak. It's only 4 feet tall. And of course, that just gives the goat head some place to grow underneath it and stuff. And the goat head is the only thing that can actually choke out the morning glory. But as far as what I've learned from prepping and other things is, I've learned over the years, canning, plant a garden, and if anybody tells you, don't worry, Steve's here. Woo! The captain's in the house, folks. Corsair Trainers is here.
What's up, Steve?
If anybody tells you not to plant a garden, they're lying to you.
Right.
Even if it's a 5-gallon bucket and you got to set it in the windowsill to grow a one of those
dwarf tomato.
Yeah, dwarf container tomato that produces even just cherry-sized tomatoes. Plant it. Learn what happens when you don't water, when you water too much. You can grow celery that way. You can grow Swiss chard, rainbow chard in a 5-gallon bucket. Learn. And there's a lot of things that you can do. And if you don't believe me, go check out Steve at Corsair Trainers, a non-active duty Marine, former law enforcement, who is out there growing a garden in his backyard, who did not, who's just starting to do it, and he's doing a good job learning what he can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a great job.
Yes. And so what? Oh, the other thing I learned, I am no longer invulnerable like I was in my teens and early 20s. Seriously,
I think we all agree.
I was ran over by bulls and horses at the rodeo. I'm fine. I was, we running a haunted house. I was doing the Grim Reaper for 3 nights a week for 2 weeks, jumping off every 5 minutes off the roof and landing on the lawn, swinging the sign, and scaring the crap out of everybody. No injuries. Get close to 30, and my invulnerability went away. Yeah, and then comes along with bad knees, bad ankles, 3 bulging discs, 2 protruding discs, slipping sciatics. Of course, part of that also came because I took a desk job too.
It'll do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, a lot of things I've now learned if I knew then what I knew now, I would have had a workout program from the time I was 20 on. And, I would have been a lot more serious about what I was eating. And what's funny is the joke was back in the 70s and 80s. Oh, all you got to do is stock up a bunch of Twinkies. Those things last for 50 years.
They do, but that's all plastic.
Oh, no, they do because it's all sugar. It's all preservative.
Yeah.
Sugar is a natural preservative, and that's what they were, was a natural preservative. But the thing is, though, it also adds extra weight to you don't need and causes other problems. But there's a lot of things that have changed in the last since 1971 that just really back then when some of us used to get together, several of us used to write letters to each other, and every now and then we'd call each other and stuff, and we'd play phone tag, a group of us and stuff. And it was like none of us realized back then when we were setting the foundations for the prepping movement, not realizing it was going to be called prepping, what was being fed to us literally by the wheat consortium, the sugar consortium, and the pharmaceuticals about crap that is not good for you if you want to live a long time and live it healthy.
Right.
But I just realized something. I've made a mistake here. Let me fix something here real quick. Got going. I totally forgot about it here. I need to give away some money.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Today is the 9th. 5-9. Wheel 1 and wheel 2. And I just finished updating this today. So actually I gotta go into this a little bit differently. Share screen. Entire screen share. And we should move off to the side there. Okay, I want to make sure everything here is set up here. Make sure, come on, work here. Work with me, computer. All right, so for the first $5, well, actually, okay, so I got the names in there. The alphabetical, yes. All Things Acres is in there twice. Phelan Clan Wolf is in there twice. Troop 1351 and Walt Rogers are in there twice. They're part of the Gray Man level. They pay an extra $1 a month to be on the Gray Man level to get more stuff and special classes that are available to them only. And being part of the other level gets them an extra entry on the wheel. So, sort, shuffle, and we're going to go ahead and spin it.
And
Who's it going to be here? All right.
Garden State Gardener.
Garden State Gardener. Is Joe listening while he's Ubering? That's the question. Give Joe a second, because sometimes he'll holler in because he's Ubering, and he'll pull up he's listening on his phone. He'll go, "I'm here." So we'll see if Joe's here. And we will see what happens here. Give him a few seconds. Give Joe another 20 seconds or so. Kathy D. Salt and Light is in the house now. Woohoo. Yeah. And so one of the things I'm doing on these here, so I'm writing it down. Then I'll go in afterwards, and I will send off an email to the email I have for you. And if I don't have your email, I will tell you. I know pretty much whose email I have. So I'll tell you guys to email me. Yeah, and then I'll just enter it into Amazon, and Amazon emails you a electronic gift card with the code and everything else. So you can just take that code, enter it into your onto Amazon, and you can buy something for $5. And Jay's flip there. Get the right one, Jay. Yeah. Joe usually pulls over, and then he talks to his passenger and says, "All right, check out these channels." He's actually, I don't know if you've seen some of the shorts Joe's done where he's actually done, I guess people say, White Family Farm, or, Gray Man Prepping, or, Star Homestead India. Yeah. All right. So Joe's evidently not coming in. So we're going to try that again. Close and shuffle and spin. Hey, Prepper 101. Is it? All right. It looks like it's Phelan Clan Wolf. All right.
Yay!
Let's see. I know he was in here at the beginning. Yeah, he's here. There it is. I'm here. So, all right. So I'm going to write down Phelan down in here. And just so everybody knows, I know I've mentioned it, he's one of my Eagle Scouts from when I was a Scoutmaster. That's why when he says, "Hey, Mr. P," he's talking to me because those are all the Scouts that went to NYLT, the National Youth Leadership Training. The adults are addressed by Mr. and the first letter of their last name, like Mr. S or Mr. G, or the good one was Mr. Epperson. It's Mr. E. It's Mr. E. He's a mystery.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the funniest ones I've ever heard when I was there. Okay, so second drawing. Let's shuffle, 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 and give it a spin.
Oh.
I have not seen Tammy in here tonight. Has anybody seen Tammy? Let's see if I don't think I've seen her at all. Let's check.
No, I haven't seen her.
Nope, she's not coming up when I type in. Oh, and some people wondering how I check. So when you type in your comment, do the @ sign, and so I typed in a TA. It should pop up a little window just above it saying Tammy Ecker, or who, anyone that has the first two letters in their thing. So like if I was going to do Corsair Trainers, I'd put @CO and it pop up Corsair Trainers. Of course, if I did @PR, I get Prepping for Endure, Prepper 101. I get multiples there, and I could choose which one I want to put in there and check on. So I don't see Tammy popping in here. Okay. All right. Let's FBI agent. Oy vey. All right. So let's shuffle again here. All right, and give it a spin.
Kaylin.
I haven't seen Kaylin.
Green.
I haven't seen Kaylin
I haven't
tonight
seen
either.
Kaylin.
No, she's not coming up either.
She must be busy.
Hey, back to good off grid. Welcome. All righty. So, just in case she's listening, give her another 20 seconds here. But yeah. Okay, actually, I'm going to see if I can show this here. Okay, I'm going to do a little on-screen magic here for you guys. So I'm going to go over here, live stream. Go in there, pop that up. Okay. So here it is. I'm actually not going to start it. So you can see down here, like I'll type in the @ KA, nothing pops up. But if I change it to like PR, I get both Prepper 101 and Prep for Eternity. They pop up. And if I do ST, I just get Star Homestead India. So that tells me really quickly who's in the chat. Now that works if they commented in the last 15 minutes and they're still lurking. If they drop out, then it doesn't work quite so often every time. Okay, so let me go ahead and kill that off and come back here. All right, so close that. No sign of her. And shuffle again and give it a spin.
Oh.
Walt. I know Walt was there earlier. Hey, Walt, fellow Idahoan, where are you? Are you here? Let's see if Walt is here. Oh, Walt's here. All right, so Phelan and Walt are winners tonight.
Woohoo! Yay!
So I will get their cards off to them after the live stream. Wow, we took us almost 12 minutes to give away $10. Now, let me change the banner down below here to the proper banner for here. So, channel memberships are 99 cents for those for the prepper level, and the gray man level is $1.99. And there's an intro video on it, and in the everybody can see in the membership playlist, and tells it what everybody gets and stuff. So, yeah. And look at it this way: the more people that join the channel, that's more money for me to give back out weekly. Because everything I collect that comes in off of memberships goes back out in these giveaways. So. All righty, just winner, chicken dinner, Jay, no, it's one of the three up there beeping. I know that's beep. I don't hear a beep, so I'm not hearing it.
I don't hear a beep.
Oh. Jujubee, your computer's been hacked and the IRS is listening in on you. That's the sound of one of their bugs. Just kidding.
Well, look who showed up. Tad late, Caitlin. Just a tad late.
Kaylin, you're what? You're 5 minutes late and $1 short.
Well, more like $5.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, all right. Any things that you guys have noticed that have changed in the prepping community standards, the mindset, the theology of prepping over the last 20, 30 years?
Well, I just, like you, Gil, I was more of a survivalist. And then, people started talking about being preppers. And I was like, what is that? And so then I started seeing people who were wearing camo and, they actually had black paint on their face and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, well, that's not me.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, and the main thing that made it change from being a survivalist to being a prepper was the media. Oh, there's a survivalist who went out and did some bad things and got himself killed. Well, that's not a survivalist. He did not survive. These that go out in a blaze of glory are not survivalists. They're suicidalists. That's called suicide by cop.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, and that was when I was a deputy sheriff. That was one of the big things that scared us back in the 80s and 90s was the idiots wanting to commit suicide by cop. Because evidently they would inadvertently wound one or two police officers or kill one in the process of trying to get themselves killed. So, and then of course we have doomsday preppers, which totally set the whole thing back again. But to me, a survivalist is someone who survives whatever it is, just like a Boy Scout. A Boy Scout is a survivalist. He's prepared for whatever emergency event comes up, and he survives it.
Right.
So the militias have always been around. It's just that the militias absconded with the term survivalists and stuff and started, getting a bunch of them in there. And homesteaders have been around a lot longer. My great grandparents were homesteaders. Back in the 1800s, they were homesteaders up by Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah, my great-grandparents were homesteaders in Kansas.
Yeah. And actually, I'm trying now on my dad's side, though. Hang on, let me count back. My dad was born in 1830. His father was born in 1880, and his father was born in 1830. So that's the guy that came over from Ireland, and in 1870, in Riverside County, homesteaded a big lot out there in the middle of the desert where nobody wanted, and started irrigating it, and had one of the first mule-pulled combines in the state of California. Had like
That's
20 people on. Had like 20 people on it, and had like 80 mules pulling this thing, and it'd go a big swath, and just go over there and just do more work than everybody could do in a week. They'd do it in a day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's homesteaders on both sides of my family. But things have changed. First aid has come a long ways and gotten better. First aid treatment information. And I moved my book out into the library. My one from Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, the color edition. So I moved it out there. Okay, our place was registered with the county courthouse as the Duncan Homestead in 1900. Hence, Duncan 1900 Homestead. I get it. That is so cool. Now I know the meaning of your name.
Cool. Now we all know.
So yeah. Jay, we don't do that anymore. We have these things called clot powders and sutures that you can sew stuff up with. There's even the stuff that's been around for quite a while called a Band-Aid. This is what he said. It was bleeding hot metal.
Oh, cauterize the wound, right?
No. Oh.
It burns.
Oh, gee, now it's all pussy and it's infected now. Okay, what?
But it stopped the bleeding.
Sometimes it had to do to it depending on what type wound it was and what it was, and the person doing the cauterizing did it wrong or not.
Right.
All right, so we're 5 minutes up here. Let's see what's coming up. Oh, I just finished uploading a video here on Gray Man Prepping. It'll be a premiere at 6 o'clock Eastern, an hour before Courtney goes live on Wide Family Farm. It's going to be a premiere. It's a number 6 in the Prepping in Private series. So that'll be tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Let me see what else I got here. Come on. There we go. All right. So this Thursday, I will not be doing Gray Man, the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping, because at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm heading to California. And no way I'm staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning and getting back up and getting everything loaded and taking off by 5 o'clock. So I'm getting some sleep Thursday night before I take off to drive to California to take some supplies and stuff over there to my wife and bring some other stuff back here.
Yeah, please get some rest.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
It's about a 12-hour trip if I stick to the speed limit. Fortunately, most of the way here it's 80 miles an hour most of the way on the freeway. The areas where it's dropped below that, if I'm doing the speed limit, I'm being passed. So I just go a little bit faster, so someone passes me every now and then. But when I get to California and it's 65, if I'm not doing 80, people are blowing their horns at me. Because coming down down by Auburn and everything else, they're doing 80 miles an hour, and highway patrol's looking for the guys that are doing 90. All right, so Friday night it'll be debatable whether I do Friday night in the homestead, and if the topic for that, if I do it, is are you ready for Mother's Day? We're going to talk about some Mother's Day things, and maybe everybody cross your fingers. If I do go live on Friday night, I'll see if I can get the staff sergeant up here.
Oh,
actually, I'll just bring her in.
That'd be
right
awesome.
Next to me.
That would be nice.
All right. Monday is what is your favorite movies? Also on Camp Patton Family Compound. Next Tuesday here is store what you eat what you store. We're going to go into the pantry and talk about proper ways of rotating and some interesting things I found out this week that about pertaining to best used by dates are so friggin' off that several things, and I'll share this on Tuesday. The FDA says, no, that stuff is good indefinitely.
Yeah.
And yet they're putting a 6 months best used by date on it. They're trying to rip you off, folks. And we're going to talk about what that one is on Tuesday.
Well, they say that the quality of the food is best by, before that date. But they don't say that. But they don't say that it's going to be going bad. Yeah. But that's what everybody thinks, is that it's going to go bad.
And actually, some of the stuff is the quality of it is good for a year or two after that.
Right.
But they want people to, oh, it's bad. Throw it out. Buy some new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have that this staff sergeant actually exists. Hang on hold that thought. Or hold my beer.
Okay, I'll hold it for you.
All right, content. Come on, computer. Let's go. Playlists. Hang on here. Where is it? Man, this thing is so slow. Here we go. Come on, get going. There it is. Here we go.
Pay attention,
Boom.
Jay.
All right, Jay, you ready for it? I gotta wait for
I spy with my little eye something.
Hang on.
Beginning with an E. Second word begins with a.
Mute that. Gotta get that ad out of there. All right. And another ad. The one time, most of my review, when I'm commenting, somebody comments on my video, I do a reply, and it brings the video up. It doesn't play an ad. Now I bring it up and it plays an ad.
Of course.
All right. And there's the staff sergeant, folks. There she is. So she does exist.
See that,
there she is. And you also know why I married her, the hot woman she is. She gets so mad at me sometimes when I say that, but she'll talk about me and goes, oh, but I can't say how gorgeous you are. Well, I'm not that gorgeous. Yeah, you are. Anyways, we get along teasing each other. Oh, Steve is living dangerously. Oh, Steve, you realize what you just said about her saying that video is old? Woo!
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh!
But he did.
The Marine better run! Actually, there's some other videos that I've popped her up in, a couple of just little things when she's up here. Just caught her a little bit. And actually, when I did some lives when she was up here, when I was changing up the green screen before I got the new green screen and stuff, she would walk out and you'd see her walking down the hallway behind me here. So that was last year. So what Juju say? Or Sosie says. All righty, folks. I want to thank Steph for coming up here and CR and everyone in the side chat for sharing information.
Well, thank you, Gil. It's been fun.
Yeah. Jay, sometimes they march quadruple time.
You see what Steve wrote?
I see what he's put in there, and he just dug the hole deeper. Oh man, Steve, stop while you're still alive.
Hey, Steve, you want a shovel? It might help.
All right, everyone. So that's what's coming up here. We got next Tuesday, eat what you sow what you eat. Friday night is if I can get her to go live there, it's going to be Are You Ready for Mother's Day? Monday is what are your favorite movies? And then we got more stuff coming up. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be staying there in California. Hey, Belt Loop. And then anyways, yeah. And I have already got loaded 2.5 weeks of your prep for today. Already loaded, so I don't have to worry about it while I'm heading to California, staying there, and coming back.
Good for you, Gil. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Stay happy, stay safe, add more water, plant a garden, and learn more skills. All right, see y'all later.
Take care, everyone.
Okay.